Now, I think we can all be on the same page when I say that, everybody likes music, different kinds of music. Uh, there's no denying that it's everywhere. I mean, I have I have my own style, of course, but, every once in a while I enjoy a good Imagine Dragons song, maybe a Camila Cabello. I like how I said that, like, it's like some sort of an aged wine. I don't know why. Oh, Camila Cabello, 1997. Good choice. Yeah, no. Okay, so anyway, when you get a song stuck in your head, it's so weird that the name for it is earworm. And I never got that because you don't go to one of your friends over the weekend and you're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I've had this bad case of earworm all week. You should get that checked out by a doctor because that sounds serious. Do you know what caused it? Girls Like You by Maroon 5. I had no idea that Adam Levine was that contagious, but okay. Yeah, I'm pretty guilty of being gullible with things like that, Because another thing that just makes no sense here is, let's say your phone's on like 7% last time you had it on you, and then you just misplace it, right? It's like you tell the same friend, yeah, this is not good. I just lost my phone. I can't find it, and it's probably dead wherever it is, so this is not good. And then that said friend says, you want me to call it for you? It's going to go straight to voicemail, and it's not going to be because I hit decline. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez, and this is Season 5, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's a new season, even though people are like, Rob, how can you start a new season and you didn't even finish the predecessing season, Season 4 ends on, like, a cliffhanger and really bad sideburns. What's the deal with that? It would be kind of anticlimactic if I said it was all a dream, a very, very bad dream that lasted 18 episodes. 18 spotty episodes. But, we're not going to do that. That's just a cheap shot. Yeah, but I think we should talk about the set. Like, we've had the old one for like 2 years, and I thought, yeah, let's change it up. You know what I really like? Sports bars and Italian restaurants. Yeah, so that's kind of like what we went with here. It's pretty nice. It turned out great, and not as much floor as the last one. And I'm sorry if I'm rhyming here, but this is my second set to have a random door on the side of me. Isn't that nice? Well, it's No Shave November yet again. And of course we're participating, because what would it look like if I did the whole month of November with a clean shave? That's just not the right attitude to have, Ironically, just based on like my appearance alone with the beard and everything, I feel like you can really tell how much time has passed since the last time I made a video, which is sad. It's like Groundhog's Day. As soon as you see a 5 o'clock shadow, if you don't, it's like another week of spring. So as you probably know, every year changes are bound to happen with anything, like logos, marketing campaigns. Like restaurants will change their menu around every so often, and of course musically, or as it now wants to identify itself, TikTok. Oh no, someone in their in their business was a big Peter Pan fan, or if they're a millennial, they were big on Kesha in 2010 probably. Like, listen, I don't know if it's just me, probably not, because hello, the internet exists. But, we all have nostalgic value somewhere. Like, for instance, me, the VHS guy. A lot of people think that's crazy, by the way. But, I have my thing, you have your Wonder Ball, that chocolate egg that had a toy inside of it. Or, you collect, the crystal Pepsi bottles, because everyone is nostalgic in their own way, even if it's gross. Like, for instance, I remember where I was when they decided to reanimate Chuck E. Cheese. Like, we had this cartoon mouse for years that matched the mouse in the animatronics in the pizzeria. By the way, they got rid of the animatronic band too. Like, that's where the changes are going, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm 21 years old. I'm way too old to even walk into a Chuck E. Cheese. Unless I'm, like, with a party or something. Like, come on, with this beard, I can barely buy a Snapple, okay? Without being looked at funny. Anyway. Yeah, so we had this cartoon mouse, and then all of a sudden, it was reanimated into this, like, Pinky and the Brain. Looked like they went into a cloning machine and melded. Kind of animated atrocity. Sorry if that's not a real word. I'm just talking to a wall, basically. A big beige wall. Not very fun, is it? I mean, it's revival and reboot era time, A lot of TV shows are coming back. A lot of TV shows are being reimagined. Take Charmed. I'm not even going to set foot in that territory because, still on season 7 over here. And don't fault me for, like, considering watching The Office and the decade's almost over and I'm so late to the party that people are like, you had me at Friends. You didn't even finish that. But, back on topic to how things are, how they're changing, how they used to be. A lot of people, we call them a lot of stuff. But some we can say on the air, others we just can't. Sorry. These people, like, they feel like they have, like, some sort of a seniority, and they can just talk to the young people, like myself, and, other people under the age of 30. Like, listen, I'm so old. You don't know how old I am. I'm so old. I remember when you needed a college ID to join Facebook. Yeah, and how successful was the site when you had to do it that way? Well, I mean, it's not very successful these days because a lot of people are, like, favoring Instagram and all that stuff. By the way, follow me at Rodriguez_replay. Sorry for plugging. Well, we have a lot of show to fill, so that being said, I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, so next on the show, picture this. You go about your day, you have an agenda. You already know what you're going to do when you get home. Or not, you live in spontaneity or spontaneity. That word. But then, someone comes along and then you're put in a weird spot. Like, they ask you a favor, and then what do you do? You're stuck at this point. Like, you can't say no, but you don't want to say yes. You already used maybe another time. You used I'll get to it eventually. Once you run out of lifelines, you're just frozen, like in hypersleep at this point. Like, that's how many options you have left. Now, I feel there might be tactics on how people guilt you into saying yes. I mean, it gets all, oh man, how could you show me this? Now I feel horrible. Oh man, you just had to do that. You just had to pull that. And now I have to say yes at this point. don't you just hate being in that kind of situation? I mean, it's kind of like when you're at the store and then they say, "Would you like to donate $5 to this cause?" Like, I mean, I for one have a collection of those red noses anyway, but yeah, I bought 5 red noses once. That was a year when I actually was good with saving money. But either way, yeah, back to what I was saying. You're put in this really weird situation, and not only on Red Nose Day. You know those PSAs with the dogs, the homeless people. You know the music, the sad songs playing, the celebrity ambassadors. You know those commercials play. I mean, you can't really do that with everything. I mean, take Girl Scout season for example. Samoas, tagalongs, Savannah smiles. Could you say no to a daisy trying to earn their counted up badge? For just $7 a box, you could help today. Make that call now. Now that, my friends, is guilt tripping at its finest. It's time for that weekly list known as the Possibility List. It's kind of like how it's very amusing to watch fan interactions with Michael Jackson. Just look at this. Did you see the way she was kicking when she was being pulled away? Priceless. Alright, so you've gotten to know me over the last 4 years. You kind of know my style. I don't know, some might call it dorky, others might call it milk and cookie virgin. Please, spare my feelings. But this list is called 6 Things That Would Be Out of Character for Me to Say or Do. Okay? Let's get into this one. Number 6. Let's start a riot. Number 5. Binge watch This Is Us. Number 4. Cardi. Number 3. Attempt to floss. I don't know. Can I do it? I haven't tried it in a while, you know. Yeah, I'm not doing that ever again, okay? Because that's like Gift Central, okay? Moving on. Number 2. Perform Blink-182 karaoke. Number 1. 6 things that would be out of character for me to say or do. Create a Musical.ly account. TikTok crock. Okay. And that is the possibility list for you this week. Well, that's the show for you this week. You know to follow me on social media. Until next time, please check out the second channel. And let's be more consistent with uploads this season. Fingers crossed. But then again, no promises. I'll never tell. Alright, so see you next time. Alright.